So find that comfortable seat. Remember, you don't have to do anything I asked you to do or tell you to do. You can rest whenever you want. The only requirement in this class is that you have to breathe. So, and speaking of breathing, let's all take a deep breath in and then open the mouth and sigh it out. Take that second deep breath. And let it go. Noticing the connection, all the parts of the body in contact with the mat or the chair. And then begin to soften as you breathe. Releasing and noticing how you feel. Just kind of taking stock of where you are this morning, physically, mentally. And now focus the mind, bringing your awareness to the breath. And the breath is always with you. So anytime you get anxious or nervous, you can focus your attention on your breath. And just breathe and release. And take the inhales into the belly now. Just breathe into the belly. And then exhale again into the belly. And now from the belly, move the breath to the middle chest and the upper chest. Notice the depth of your breathing. Making the exhale just a little bit longer than the inhale. And if you'd like, you can count. That ocean breath, you're in your exhale. Keeping the body soft. And exhale here, and one long, last deep inhale in. And sigh it out. Yeah. Opening the eyes and coming back. Back on the mat. Lift up tall. And draw the shoulders back. And on your inhale, lift the shoulders up toward the ears. Way up there, and then take the points of the shoulders back and down. Gently move the head. And release. And as you inhale, bring the shoulders up. And draw them back and down as you exhale. Long, slow exhale. And release. And one more time, lifting the shoulders as you inhale. And then drawing the shoulders back and down. Just a couple of breaths here. Again, gently moving the head, the neck is relaxed. Holding the shoulders back. One more breath. And then release. Yeah, all good. Hands out to the side, fingertips down on the floor. Getting tall, and as you inhale, bring the palms to the ceiling and the arms lift. Exhale, reaching wide as the hands come down. Inhaling, bring the arms up. And exhale. Really reaching wide as the hands come down. And one more time, staying strong through the arms, fingers spread wide, arms lift. Hands together, exhaling, and the hands come down. Yes, take a deep breath in. And exhale. Bring the arms wide and bring the left arm across and the right hand under to the shoulder, and then gently draw that left arm toward the chest. Staying lifted here. Again, moving the head, the neck is relaxed. And as you inhale, bring the arms wide. And now the right arm across, the left hand under. And inhaling, come wide. And exhaling, bring the hands down. And take that deep breath in. And exhale. Bring the hands out in front, palms down toward the floor, and then turn the fingertips up toward the ceiling and press forward through the heels of the hands, drawing the pinky fingers back toward your face. His arms are straight as you can make them. Now bring the palms down toward the floor, fingers together or fists, and then turn the fingers down toward the floor. Pressing forward through the tops of the wrists. And open the hands wide. And bring the palms toward the center. And as you inhale, open the arms wide. Let the gaze lift up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring the hands together in front. And inhaling, reaching wide, hands come back, point the fingers behind. Exhaling, bring the hands together in front. And yeah, your shoulders are talking to you. And as you inhale, open wide, gaze lifts. And as you exhale, bring the hands down to the knees and just take a deep breath in, release. And exhale. Bring that left hand to the right thigh and right hand behind. Lifting tall, exhale and twist, looking over the right shoulder. Keep the shoulders down. As you inhale, come to center and bring the right hand across in that gentle twist to the left. Inhaling, come back to center. And let's take a twist to the right and extend that right arm. Exhaling to center and extended twist to the left. And inhaling, coming back to center. Good. Some circles, taking the heart toward the top of the mat and then to the body out to the right and rounding back and to the left and up. Exhaling back, inhaling forward. And then go the other way, exhaling to the left and back and to the right and up. One more circle. And when you're at the back, rounded back, just release arms to the legs, hands to the legs, chin to the chest. And as you inhale, gently come back up to that upright seat. And bring the hands out again, the fingertips down on the floor. And as you inhale, bring the hands up. And then exhale, the right hand comes down and you arc over to the right. Let the gaze lift up to the left, keeping that left sits bone on the mat, reaching up and out, drawing the left shoulder back. And take the gaze down toward the right hand on the floor, still drawing the left shoulder back. And now bring the gaze back to the ceiling, strong through the lifted arm, coming back up to the ceiling, reach. Good, all right, and then release. Moving the shoulders, and bring the hands out, fingertips down on the floor. Inhale and bring the arms up. Now exhale the left hand down and arc over to the left. Taking the gaze down toward the left hand on the floor. And the gaze comes back to the ceiling. Bringing that right hand back up, reach, and then release. Just a little bit more here with the shoulders. Come into cactus arms. Fingers pointed to the ceiling. Good. Draw the elbows back. And as you exhale, bring the forearms together. Inhale and open. Bringing those elbows back. Exhaling together. Inhaling, opening wide. And exhale together. And now when you come wide, bring the hands down, palms down toward the floor, elbows still lifted. And then take those hands back, down and back. Breathe. Keep the neck soft. And now bring those hands back, parallel to the floor and then back into cactus arms. And exhale, release. That's good. Okay. So I'm going to come to cross-legged seat. And we'll bring out the right leg. Support that leg with the hands. And circle the toes. Both directions. And then point the toes and flex, and point, flex, and then point and flex. Outer rotate, toes point out to the right. The ceiling, and then inner rotate. Back to the ceiling, pressing out through the outside edge of the foot. And then bring that foot in. Being careful with the knee here. With that right hand, extend that right leg and then open that leg out to the right. Big deep breath in. Exhaling. And bring the foot to center, crossing over with the left hand on the foot. Again, you can extend that right arm. Relax the shoulders. And now coming back to center. Both hands behind the calf muscle, just lifting that leg a little higher with a little bend in the knee. And now release, staying strong through the core here. Pressing forward through the heel, scrunch the toes and spread the toes. And scrunch and spread. And then you can bring the right foot down and bring out the left leg. Circle those left toes. Both directions. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. And then outer rotate, toes to the left. And then to the ceiling and inner rotate. Roots back to the ceiling, press through the outside edge of the foot. And then bring that foot in. Rock the baby. We'll top of your knee there. Extending the leg with the left hand or strap. And to the left with the foot. And bring it to center. Take it to the right. And coming back to center. Lifting a little higher. And release, staying strong here. Scrunch the toes. And bring that left foot down. Take a deep breath in, lift up tall. And exhale. Let's come over into your resting pose. So you coming over here into table and then open the knees a little wide. And if child's pose is your resting pose, then move back into child. And just take a deep breath in. Let it go. So bring the forearms down in line with the knees and the hands. Forearms, and knees are all lined up. And then keeping the forearms on the mat, just let the head move down toward the mat. And now walk the hands up toward the front of the mat, shoulder width. So they come in just a little bit. Elbows are off the mat. And now again, let the head move down toward the mat. Lift the head, take the hands over to the right, bring the left hand onto the right, and draw the left hip back. Release the head toward the right knee. Now bring the hands to center and to the left, right hand on left, and bring the right hip back. Bringing the hands to center again, reaching, and as you inhale, come up and forward into knee plank and lower halfway. Press back up, exhaling the hips back toward the heels. Inhaling, coming up. Elbows in tight to the body, bending those elbows. Press back up, hips come back. And one more time, coming forward. Knee plank, lower, exhale up, and the hips move back. Again, elbows lifted, head releases. And maybe the forehead even touches the mat. Good. As you inhale, lifting up now into table. Bringing the knees in under the hips. And with the left hand on the mat, extend the right arm, and as you inhale, open to the right. Exhaling, bring that right hand down and under. Bring the left elbow to the mat, right side of the face to the mat, or the right side of the head, reaching through with the fingers, those right fingers. And then if you choose, you can bring that left hand forward or to the back, low back, or to the ceiling. Bring the left hand back under the shoulder, come back up, extend that right arm, lift to the ceiling, breathe. And exhale, bring the right hand down, back to table, and back to your resting pose if you choose, either hero, child's pose. Another name is called wisdom. Deep breath in and exhale. And coming back up into table, extend the left arm and open to the left. And now bring that left hand down and under, left side of the head to the mat. Letting the gaze drift up toward the ceiling. And now bring the right hand under the shoulder, lifting back up and extending and opening to the left. Exhaling, bring that left hand down. All right. Back into our table, moving gently here. And do some circles. Take the body forward, find a little stretch in the wrists, and then take the body to the right and the hips back toward the heels, let the head drop. And as you inhale, bring the body to the left and forward. Exhaling, right and back. Long, slow circles, deep breathing. When you come to the back, go the other direction, taking the hips to the right, or the body to the right and forward, and to the left and back. No pain, just just moving here to sensation, moving with the breath. One more circle. And when the hips are back toward the heels again, come into your resting pose and take a deep breath in and exhale. Something to think about. Coming up into your hero, we want to get a quad stretch here, but we don't want to strain or stress or pull anything. So you kind of go where you can and where you want to go, I guess, where it's best for you. And you can rest your hips on a block here. And that might work for you. You can open the heels a little bit, flatten the block, and rest your hips down on the block, flat block, laying flat on the mat. Or if you are so inclined and the knees will be okay, you can take those feet even wider and plunk your bottom down on the mat. It's a bit of a challenge. And then where you want to be, you can kind of move back a little bit. And when you've had enough of that, you can come back up, back into table. Good. Extend the right leg with the toes down on the mat. Release the right hip down toward the mat. And then when you're ready, well, press back through the heel, get a nice quad stretch or a nice calf stretch. And then bring that foot hip height, extending the left arm into awkward pose. Two more deep breaths. Now bring the left hand down, take the foot out to the right, keep it lifted, gazing past the right shoulder at the lifted right foot. Working to keep that right leg parallel to the floor. And bring the foot back hip height. Stay strong, flatten the sacrum, and then bring the left or the right knee back down beside the left. Take a breath and table. And extend the left leg with the toes on the mat. And then bring the left foot hip height, extending the right arm. Stay long through the spine, top of the head to the heel of the foot, fingertips to the heel of the foot. One more breath. And bring the right hand down, take that foot out to the left, keep it lifted. Now bring that foot back hip height. One more breath. And exhale, left knee down. All right. So keeping the gaze straight down at the mat, take the hips over to the right. Come to center, take the hips to the left, coming onto the left knee. Come to center, hips right. and then center and lift. And coming back to center. So let's move into a squat here. So take the feet, the knees and the feet as wide as the mat. And then just kind of press up with the heels on the mat and the toes off of the mat. Two more deep breaths. And now bring the hands down to the mat. Heel toe the feet to the center. And inhale, come to half lift. Take a breath here in half lift. And then exhale down to forward fold. Inhale and come to half lift. We're going to move into chairs. So now as you exhale, bend the knees, fingertips touch the mat, and then take the hands straight out in front. Bring the weight a little bit back toward the heels of the feet and breathe. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat, lift the hips up toward the ceiling, let the head go toward the toes, top of the head. Yeah. And then straighten one leg and straighten the other, pressing one heel into the mat and then the other. Keep that belly touching the thighs. Inhale, come to half lift. And now as you exhale, fingertips touch the mat, coming out into our chair. Stay low in the chair for one more deep breath. And exhaling, forward fold. Just let everything go, pressing the feet into the mat to lift the hips. And now bend the knees and walk the hands out into downward facing dog. Work these heels. And lift the right leg high. Bend the right knee, take the foot to the left, look underneath the right arm. Keeping that right knee lifted. And then take the right foot back to the ceiling and down to the mat. Take a breath. Now lift the left leg high. And take the left foot over to the right, flexing that foot and looking under the left one. Take that left foot back to the ceiling and down to the mat. Good. Step the feet to the hands. Come to half lift. Exhale into forward fold. Press into the mat with feet rounding up as you inhale. And the hands lift to the ceiling. Exhale, mountain pose. Oh, yes, oh my goodness. Step wide on your mat. Let's bring the hands to the hips, elbows to the rear. And as you exhale, forward fold. I didn't know if you heard that pop. It was a pretty loud pop in my hip. And now just release the head toward the mat. Bring the hands wherever you'd like them to be. Keeping those heels pressed out toward the ends of the mat. Now walk the hands over toward your right foot. And if you want, you can take that left hand above the ankle and right hand behind for the bind on the right leg. And then you can release the bind on the right. Bring the hands to center and now over to the left. And the bind on the left leg. And releasing the bind, bring the hands back to center, release down to the forward fold, let the head go. And now walk the hands away into the wide-legged downward dog. Staying strong through the arms as you press the heart back between the legs. Still a little bend in those knees. And the heels and the outside edges of both feet are on the mat. One more deep breath in downward dog. And bring those hands back in under the face. Exhale down. And we'll get long through the spine. Come on to fingertips. Press the belly down toward the mat. Bring the hands to the hips. Elbows to the ceiling. And as you inhale, lift back up. Pressing the thumbs into the hip bones. Move the hips forward. Let the head fall back. And inhale up. Turn those toes toward the top of the mat and then just step to the top of the mat. Right. So a little bit of balance work, not too difficult. Bring the weight over onto the left, into the left foot. And you can start with your hands on your hips if that's better for you. And then just lift that right knee. Extend the right leg. And then bring the right foot down, take the weight to the right foot when you're ready. And then lift the left knee. Extending the left leg. And then bring the left foot down. Good, all right. So let's start from mountain pose, lifting up. Inhale and bring the hands up. Exhale, into your forward fold. Come to half lift. And step back into plank. Take that breath. And if you want, you can play here. You can lift the right foot off the mat. And then bring the right foot down and lift the left foot up. Left foot down. Bring the knees down to the mat and then come down onto your belly. Good. Lift into cobra. Bring the toes to touch. Tops of the toes on the mat. Breathe. And exhale, bring the right side of the face to the mat. And the elbows are wide. Let the heels splay out. And now bring the left side of the face to the mat. Bring your hands under the shoulders. Lift up into table. And bring the feet around to the front. I think I'd like to do some leg stretches today. So if you have a strap handy, go ahead and get your strap. And before we come down onto our backs, so we'll do Navasana for a couple of breaths. So find the balance. Extending. Two more deep breaths here. And as you exhale, just gently lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down onto your back. Yes. And the strap's nearby, so bring the right knee into the chest and put the strap on the right foot. Right foot to the sky. I like my left leg extended, but you can start this series with the left foot on the mat if you choose. Left foot flat on the mat.
And we'll start with just a couple of inhales and exhales. So as you exhale, draw that leg, the right leg, toward the back of the mat. And as you inhale, release the strap a little bit and press up through the heel of the foot. And as you exhale, a little bend in the knee, taking the foot back. Inhaling, easing, straightening that leg, strong through the heel. Exhale, bending the knee, drawing the leg back. Inhaling, pressing up toward the ceiling. Take the strap into the right hand. And now let that leg drop off to the right. Keeping the hip bones on the mat. Outer rotate that right leg. And breathe. Now bring that right leg back up to the ceiling. Change hands with the strap. Take the foot over to the left, coming onto the left hip. And now bring that foot back to the ceiling. Both hands on the strap. Gently move the leg toward the back of the mat. And I like to turn this into a half happy baby. So bend the knee using the strap, or if you choose, you can reach up there with the right hand to the outside edge of the foot. And if you got a hold of the outside edge of that right foot with your hand, your elbow is to the inside of that bent right knee. And then release the strap from the foot, extend that leg up to the ceiling. And now flex the foot and slowly lower that leg down. Pointed lift. Flex and lower. Pointed lift. And flex and lower. 3, 2, 1, and down. And bring the left knee into the chest. Strap onto the left foot. And the left foot to the ceiling. And again, we'll start with that exhaling and inhaling. So take an inhale here, and as you exhale, put a bend in the knee and draw the leg toward the back of the mat. Inhale, release, seize the strap strong through the heel. Exhaling, draw the leg back. Inhaling, pressing it up to the ceiling. Exhaling, drawing the leg back. Inhaling to the ceiling. Into the left hand with the strap and open the leg to the left. And bringing that foot back to the ceiling, strap to the right hand, crossing that left leg over the right. And inner rotating that left leg. Shoulder blades stay on the mat. And bringing that left leg back up to the ceiling one more time, drawing the leg toward the back of the mat. Bend the knee, half happy baby. And take that foot to the ceiling, flexing the foot, slowly lower. Pointed lift. Flex and lower. Pointed lift. And flex and lower. 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay. Good deal. Bring both feet all the way into the hips. We'll just do some gentle bridges here to move toward the finish. And as you press, lift the hips. And exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. And exhale and lower. Bring the right knee into the chest and hug it in. And then the left knee into the chest. Both knees to the chest, gently rock. And now feet to the mat and knees to the right, gaze left. Knees to the ceiling, knees to the left, and gaze right. And knees to the ceiling. One full big body stretch, inhale. And exhale into your resting pose for maybe 10 breaths here. Just release, just as soft and relaxed as you can. Wiggle the toes, move the fingers, roll the wrists. Stretch if you like. And when you're ready, you can come to one side and come up. So Tuesday practice. Have a great week. And I hope to see you Friday, either on screen or at the church. We're still in person at church with masks. Again, be good, stay safe, and namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.